All right, here we are back in fundamentals. We are just have a few things left on this Word module 1. I thought I was done, but as I see in the book, there are just a few things to work on. We need to modify our document properties after we've got the border there, but we also want to mess with the document properties. So let's go back. And I did notice they actually did some edits that I had skipped over. So I'm going to fire up Word and go through a few edits. Looking at page W40. Show my quotation. Looks like 44. Let me fire up Word. There's my document. What they want us to do after we've modified the image, what they had us do is go through a save, open it up. Like, okay, yes, you can open up your files after you've saved them. And remember how you do that. You can save it, browse over to it in our File Explorer. In mine, I have mine over in my folder way over here. cs101. Whenever I find a file, if it shows the Word icon over it, it will likely open it in Word because it has that special suffix on that. So changing, if you ever rename files, changing the suffix can be a dangerous thing. Because then Windows thinks it's made for something else, when it really isn't. Like I could, it's just for fun to show what I could do. I could change that suffix there to EXLSX. It says, oh, are you sure about this? I say yes. Now, my computer thinks it can open that file with Excel. And if I try to, Excel will look at it and say, wait a minute, this isn't an Excel file. And it will say, oh, file format not valid. So the suffix is what tells your computer what kind of file that is. And if you cannot see the suffix, it's because up in your view settings on your File Explorer right up here, you can turn on and off show my file name extension, and by default that is turned off. I like to see file name extensions, and I also like to see hidden items. When you turn that on, you can see some interesting hidden items that, for most of the time, you don't care about. But sometimes I'm curious what's about it. So under view, you can decide to show your extensions or not. Okay, so we're back in Word, and we want to make a few changes that they asked us to make. After opening our file up again, let's pretend we did that. We want to insert the word today. Learn to search today. Just putting your cursor there, you're going to hit search one. Today. Adding that word, no big deal, entering text. And then moving text around. Now we want to flip around these two lines. We want to flip around, swap, re-choose with the oh, wait a minute. They inserted it and then they removed it again? How silly is that? I realize they just had to insert and remove it. You know, I think I'm going to leave it in there just because it's brief shoes, though, we want to put that before the photo and video packages. I could, like a lot of people do, just retype it in a new line, or if I select that line, remember I can select it by dragging through the left margin. Now that it's selected, I can now click and drag on that line and see that insertion point. Wherever the insertion point is, where become that line gets inserted. And I'm going to insert it right there. See how it changed the location of that line. So clicking and dragging selected text is very handy. Lets you see visually what it looks like. Other editors like this will actually show that line moving around and the other text adjusting as you make the shift. With Word, you don't actually see the change until you let go. Then it does drag and drop. Oh, and there's one other thing here before this. They also, I want you to at least know how to do this. In the properties of your document, I want you to know how to actually change your document properties. They made this change back on a page. Word 42, it looks like. On page Word 42, they actually modify your document properties, which can be very helpful if you want to know, is this my document? And other people look at the properties and know it's made by you. To get at document properties, you go over to the File menu, and you'll see a Properties section right there. I can add comments by clicking Add Comments here. I'll put by Arthur Manning. Or I can look at more detailed properties by clicking on this and clicking on Advanced Properties. I can see a summary, or I can enter a summary, and I'll call this Manning Word 101. I could put a subject, cs101. I could even put some keywords. If I ever share this with someone, and this is an important document, like my resume maybe, or some details about my company, might as well put my email address. And if you're logged in as student, you may see someone else's name in there, or just the generic student in there. Under General, look at what you can find out about your document, where it's located, how large it is, when it was created. Underneath Statistics, you can see how many words it has, characters, and how long it was edited, when it was modified. Sometimes you don't want to share this information. You can actually have Word erase this. Yes? Oh, under the summary, then I've added something to the subject. And I made sure the author. This just shows you the different things you can add. As long as you know how to get to the property. Let's see what they changed. I don't know if they actually had to change something. They had to go back and look at it. But I might as well, while we're there, might as well put something there. So remember how that's done. Practice a few times. You can click OK. And then you can always get there by going to the Backstage view, where you can by clicking on File, and then under Properties. I could even add title just here, or go to Advanced Properties. So handy to know that. And if you're not sure exactly what version of Word you're using, like we haven't updated your version of Word, underneath Account, I see that I'm running Microsoft Office 365 Pro Plus, and I think on your machines over there, you were running just Office 365 Pro, meaning it doesn't look the same. I didn't realize those were different. So this Backstage view is very helpful, but you can be very dangerous back here. Be careful when you're in the Backstage. You can mess up settings for everyone using that same account. Now we've got that updated. We've updated our lines, put the border on. I think now we are done. I did skip over something by accident. Something like that. Okay, so it looks like we're done now. In the book, they do explain that you can actually save this as a different kind of document, like a web page. But we're not going to do that. Again, that's in the Backstage view. I'm going to just do a save, and I'm going to close it because sometimes if it's not closed, it's hard to, it won't upload to search. So I'm going to close this Word document now. Now, over in Schoology, you don't. If I wanted to submit it, you could just drag that file over here when you open the submit window. I don't have a submit window, so I can't see the submit button. and I see that I've received them. If I refresh this, I'll see that we sent that. When I grade it, I just click on these, and the Schoology pops up, and if I click on anyone's name, it shows this in an editor. And I forget if you noticed this last time. When you actually are viewing it, this is an editor on Schoology that is not exactly like Word. So if you view this and you may see multiple pages, don't panic, because that just means that this editor here hasn't quite interpreted it correctly. It's trying to pretend to be Word, but it's not quite showing it. See how it shows 2 pages? But if I actually download it, let me download that. I can download it here. Then when I download it and open it, let's just go ahead and do that. Now when I open it in Word, let's see if it shows up. Question? Yep. Yep. And don't worry about that for now. Once that's updated, you can just grab it. Because we're going to now start on the second. Yeah, I won't worry about it. Let that reset. And remember, though, remember how you can keep backups of all your files. We just show you that because it's really easy to do. I'm going to close this Word document. And I'm going to bring up File Explorer. Okay, so I'm going to go bring up my File Explorer. Okay. I'm going to have my File Explorer. There's my files. And suppose these are my files. Okay, I'll have that File Explorer there. I'm going to bring over my Google Drive. Let me show you how you get to the Google Drive just to make it clear. I'm over here in my email. There we go, in my email. Over here in the grid, I can view my drive in Google Drive. And I can make a folder here. Let's just go down to my cs101 folder of my example folder that I have. Search for that cs101 folder. There it is. And watch how easy it is to bring a file over to cs101. I'm going to go onto my spring 2018. To put a file here, go to your File Explorer, click, and drag. And it instantly copies up to your Google Drive. See how quickly that happens? So, if you can get to the internet, whenever you've done an assignment, it's okay to have it here on the local drive, but make it a regular practice. And notice you can also just drag the whole folder. Drag your whole homework folder, and it will create a folder of that name on your drive. Okay? Do this a lot. This is going to save you from losing work. We don't have computers crash on us often, but that's one thing to know. Yep. Sure. From the email part. Okay, so I got to my drive. I make a folder and then double click to go down into it. And then to put a file in there, in File Explorer, where I see it under my documents or wherever I have my file, I can just click and drag it to my Google Drive and pop it up pretty quick. We have pretty fast internet, so any save to Google Drive is pretty quick. In order to work on that from another computer, you have to download it, work on it, and then you can always upload it. So this would be convenient if you want to work in the library. Just put it on your Google Drive. When you go to the library, go to your Google Docs, download it, edit your file, and if you're done, of course, you can always submit it to school. Now, another option that some people can do is, until the homework's due, I don't even check on it. So in your assignment, you can actually submit it to Schoology, download it from your Schoology, change it, and then replace it. Okay, next job. Next file, we're going to work on a new document. This one's a little bit more interesting. This is a research paper. So let me find my page of the book here. We're doing a research paper. That's going to look something like this. Go to Microsoft. We're going to make a research paper with references and sources. Something that may come in handy if you're doing more work with research papers. Maybe you'll find that, man, if I had known this, my research paper would have been really easy. Our paper is eventually going to look like this. It's going to have a MLA style introduction with some paragraphs. They're giving us the content with page numbers and an automatically generated works cited. We're going to be putting in some parenthetical references and book and footnotes and footers, editing the page footer and header, and knowing how to put in parenthetical references and subscriptive note references, all in a quick little project. Okay, so let's get going on it. I'm going to start a Word, fire it up, and I'll put my instructions back into the page now. As I fire up, put it on my taskbar. We're going to be messing with styles a little bit too. Start a new document, and I'll zoom in the full page. Before we even get started, we're going to modify the style of our document. So I'm in Word. I have the Home tab going, but I want to modify my document style. In my Styles gallery over here, I want to modify this by right-clicking. This is the normal style. Right-click and modify. And what are we going to change? We're going to change some of the defaults going on with Word. Check the book we want to modify. We want to make our fonts to be not 11 calibri. We're going to change it to Times New Roman and font size of 12. I'm happy with calibri, but somebody wants Times New Roman. Click on that modified style, change that font right there to Times New Roman. If I don't see Times New Roman in the top list, I can grab the slider and go down to T's, and I see Times New Roman. And the default font size, we're going to change to 12. And we want to make sure that we're only changing it in this document so we don't mess everyone else up on the computer that uses this or on this account, that they're all new documents are going to have that box. We're only going to change it for this document. Make sure that that is right. Okay? And then we click OK. So before we type anything, we have modified what it's going to look like. Notice up here, this now changes to Times New Roman 12. Whenever I choose this style for my paragraph, which is the default style. Now we're going to set our line spacing before we start typing. We could always do this after we building our document, but we might as well start with our correct line spacing. And one thing that Microsoft Word does is once you set a paragraph, once you start another paragraph, it keeps the same settings for the next paragraph. So I'm going to set my paragraph line spacing to 2.0. Now, from now on, until I start a new paragraph, it's going to remember the 2.0 line spacing. Okay, let's see, are we ready to type something fantastic? space. And we also don't want blank lines after paragraphs, so we want to go back there and also, under line space, remove space after paragraph. We want to be in complete control of spaces between paragraphs and the actual line space within a paragraph. So 2.0, and these should both be showing add instead of remove. Once it's in there, then the word remove will go up. Now that we have modified a little bit our line spacing, now we can make the normal style reflect what we just made, what change we just made. So I can right click on that normal style now and update to match this selection. That means is make normal be the same formatting of what I just set this paragraph. So I can make changes once I'm happy with it, saying, okay, those are the changes I want to apply to this particular style called normal today. And that would update normal to match select. Pretty powerful things that if people learn to do this, they can save a lot of time as they write documents and have them look nice from the very start. My normal procedure is I type in all my text and then I come back later and pretty it up to get it to look exactly the right format. But this is the way they're doing it at the start before we even start typing. Now we're going to create a little header line here. And we're going to do that by editing the header. They show you that I can go to header underneath insert. Right? On the insert tab, it shows that there's a header, but I'll show you a better way. Just double click up there in the header, and it automatically puts you into the edit mode of the header. Much easier way to get to the header. Double click to get back to the normal paragraph, double click back there. But you can go insert header, and edit header. Multiple clicks, put me to the exact header. So double clicking in the header is the easiest thing to remember. And we're going to be putting in here a page number. I want it to be right along. If I move my cursor around, let's see, showing up the alignment as I move my cursor around. Maybe not. I guess I have to right align this, because by default it has a left align paragraph. If I right click, I can right click. I guess it doesn't have an alignment up there. I guess I have to go to my home tab and go to the alignment here and find the right alignment right there. And I see it's Control R will also right align that paragraph. And now I'm right aligned over here. And now I'm going to put in a name. You can put your name in there if you like. And a space. And now we're going to have it put some automatic page number in. Letting Word do the work. I don't want to go back and type a page number. So over here in the design of my header, the design tab, I see that I can put in a page number. And I'm going to put a page number. Since I am at the position where I want to see the page number, I can put my page number in at current position. Where my insertion point is, a page number will appear. And I'm going to use a plain number. Let's say. As I add pages, I will see the header automatically take on the new page number. So this goes with MLA style of numbering our pages. Alright, to get back to the normal text, just double click back in the main text, and I'm back there. In my header, you'll see the text is slightly grayed out. Now we're ready to put in some information for our MLA type header. If you want, you can put your own information here. I'm just going to do what they give us on page W69. All is well. I'll do it for you. Put in all is well Carter. Now here we want to put in a title. Now let's go over it. As I move around on my page, you will see the little indicator near my cursor takes different alignment styles around it. Once I'm near the center, if I double click it or click and type, it will center. Double click, it will center that line there. If I move over here, further to the right, it will say, "Oh, you want it right aligned." But since I do want it centered, I can. Then I'm at the center. Now you can always center it even if you start typing by alignment up there. And we're going to put in now our title. Safety using headphones and earbuds. Very important topic. Oh, as a color. Really quick. See. Automatically centering that paragraph for me. At this point in the book, they go over several shortcuts available to you, and we'll take a look at a few of them. The Control B is a great one for bolding text. Select a word, Control B makes it bold or not. Control Shift F3 will page through types of casing. The main ones I use are the Control Shift greater than. I think I've already mentioned those. But the Control B is a nice one for that. New paragraph. This one we want this to be left align. So Control L will left align this. And now we can continue on. If I don't remember Control L, don't worry. It's up there on the grid. If you don't have rulers displayed yet, because they're going to be coming in handy to see alignment of paragraphs, turn them on. I can go to View and check whether or not rulers are showing up. There's my ruler. There. I can turn on and off the ruler right here. If you like to see grid lines, you're welcome to turn them on. I don't find them trouble. Navigation pane. That's when I have huge documents. That comes in handy. But normally not terribly used for start. But the ruler is often used for that. Now we're ready to type some exciting things about headphones. They're going to adjust their first line indent here before they start typing. You can come over here and grab this little tick mark right there and move it to the right. Or you can adjust your paragraph settings back here on the home page. Under the paragraph document right here, I can modify my first line indentation. I'm going to do it one way and then the other. I can drag this little line, the little top tick mark, that becomes my first line indent. I can make that stop at the half-inch line. Or if I don't remember that or don't see the ruler, I can come here and adjust my left indent to be 0, and it takes that little tick mark back. So adjusting the indents, either the dialog or grabbing that little. Now I can make So know how to use those dialogues. Yep. We adjusted the first line indent of the paragraph to 1/2. Yep. And we can always, if we don't have it right, we can always change it. But just remember, once I change it to this paragraph, as I hit enter, it will keep that format for the next paragraph. It remembers my paragraph settings. And this time I'm not going to modify normal. I could have done it, just apply that to normal, to any normal paragraph to have that response. Okay. Now we're going to put in some text. Any spelling errors, with the red squigglies, right click to correct your spelling errors. Unless you're a horrible speller, it should be pretty close, and it usually gives you the first suggestion to correct. Some are auto-correcting. Certain common misspellings of the automatically get corrected, and we'll see how you can actually fix that. Alright, here we go. Headphones. Oh, and if I spelled the wrong, T-E-H, hitting space, look at that, it's auto-correcting for me. How do you control that auto-correcting? Well, if I go back to what just got auto-corrected, there's a tiny little line that shows up, and I can say, wait a minute, I didn't want that, I wanted to misspell it. Or I can go here to my autocorrect options and actually modify the autocorrect dictionary. So if there's a word that you commonly spell wrong, you can actually put your misspelled word in the dictionary and what you want it to be changed to, and automatically correct for a commonly misspelled word. Without it having to put the red squigglies, it'll automatically correct stuff. Now, I don't recommend doing this a lot on computer where other people are working, because they might be annoyed by your autocorrection. But on your own, you can correct a lot of common misspellings. But just remember, just like on your iPhone or your smartphone, some autocorrections do think the correct word, but completely mess what we're trying to say. So after the autocorrect, I can continue going with the autocorrect. Another thing you can do is say you spell something wrong, T-E-H, and you really wanted that word, do backspace, or sorry, the undo. Yeah, if you do a Control-Z, it will leave the misspelling there. Show that again. Misspelling, but I want to keep the misspelling, Control-Z, and then continue typing. It will keep that misspelling if I really want it to. But in this case, I don't want it. And misspelling. So some fairly mundane information, but practicing as we get to something a little more interesting, as we do some more autocorrecting, adjust my options. They show you how you can create an autocorrect entry. And now we're at continuing on to more text. Like we really need earphones explained to us. Example paper. Here's the sound. Oh, there it doesn't have the sound. Notice it's Wordwrap. I'm not entering. I'm letting it I added the social behavior part. See how when I start a new paragraph, it's automatically indenting first line. That whole text without the typo. So we've got some interesting information. Now we're ready to learn about citation. And before I make a citation, choose my style of citation. So I've got my information here, and I'm ready to put in a citation to a particular source. Let's see if I have my search form in the right place. Oh, before I hit the period, before the period is where I want to insert the parenthetical reference. So right after volume, space after the word volume. Now I'm ready to insert a citation. This is where we let Microsoft Word help you out with a nice professional quality research paper. And to do that, I go to the References tab. So I'm at the location right after the word volume. Click the References tab. And before I insert anything, make sure I'm in the correct style. And actually, I can change my style even after I have inserted something. But let's make sure it's in the right style right now. We're going to be putting it in MLA style. It's not already an MLA style. Go ahead and switch it to that. I have heard from some Emmaus students that Turabian is closer to what Emmaus has in the actual handbook. Cool thing is, you can always switch that and just to see which looks closer to what the Emmaus handbook is saying. And again, it depends on your teacher. MLA is not that specific. Your teacher may actually have some variation on what Microsoft thinks of MLA. And what we're going to do here now that we've chosen our style of citation or of referencing, now I'm going to do insert citation. And I'm going to add a new source. So rather than making the placeholder and coming back and modifying the source, for this one, I'm going to add the new source right now. So while you're writing a paper and come across a new source, I can come up to, what's that? I clicked on Insert Citation after in the references menu, right there, Insert Citation, and add new source. And now the information I'm going to put in there is about this person named Lin 2. So I can put the author 2, comma, and it's Ming Du, and let's see if I zoom in and let's see if I've heard the video gets messed up. Let me zoom out. Windows. There's a Windows. Zoom in. Magnifier. On. Magnify to that. And put in some author information. Pain with this magnifier is it also magnifies my book on the other page, and I can't find my book page. But I think it is actually messing up my video. Let's see if I can figure out a better way to magnify without losing video. Anyway, what goes here is, here's what I can do. I'll bring over that. I guess I'll just tell you what's going on. The title is Headphones and Earbuds. World famous book. Actually, it's not a book. It's a article in a periodical. So make sure your source is article and periodical. And what that does, when you choose the type of source, it opens us the suggested entries that would make a nice, complete reference to an article and periodical. If it's a book, it shows you a different expected references information. So article and periodical expects this information. And the periodical title is Technology and Trends Today. One thing I noticed, there is no spell checker in this dialog. You have something misspelled, it doesn't. What's that? Technology and Trends Today. I'm going to see if I can zoom on. I'll zoom in on it after I fill it in. 2017, and the month is August for abbreviated. And end page. And the medium is red. Alright, now let me zoom in on this here if I can. Here we go. If I zoom in on that, we'll see what the video looks like at this point. I think that the video recorder isn't happening on the system. Headphones and earbuds, plural. So we created a reference source. Now it takes a little work to do all this, to learn how to do this, but in the long run, if you know how this is done, and you're doing a lot of research papers, this will really come in handy. Like someone like a Dr. McCloud that loves 1,000 footnotes, using this would be very nice for him. If you only use a few footnotes and a few papers, it's not such a big deal. But it becomes very handy when you're generating later your bibliography. So what's happened here is I can come back here to references and manage sources. I can see what sources are in my current paper. If I had written other papers, it remembers those sources. I could add them. Whenever these sources are here, they will actually, when I generate a bibliography later on, I'm going to later on be doing a table of contents, I'm going to be entering a bibliography. It will automatically fill in my works cited in the correct format. We're not going to do that yet because we have a few more sources to add. But let's finish right here because we are coming to the end. I'm going to save this and make sure to save it in your folder. Last name, Word Module 2. Save it as your last name, Word Module 2. We'll finish up the paper next time. And I guess there is no school next Monday, is there? CMS? Oh, yeah. No classes. There is school. So we should be able to finish this stuff next time. Let's save that, and don't be shy about. You can actually submit it to Schoology as a backup, or send it to your Google Drive as a backup as well. Keep those backups. Give you time to do that backup. And any questions about any of this? Thinking the word part is probably the easiest. If you know all this, spend time looking at the other things available on these ribbons. And familiar, you have time to just kind of play with Word and what it has. Each version of Microsoft Office will have additional features. Sometimes they just rearrange things. Word and PowerPoint are where you see more changes. PowerPoint, you see the most changes. All right. Have a great day.